Hey everyone, hope you all doing great. In this video, I'm going to discuss about different types of sampling methods. Understanding sampling methods is very important because we all learned about an inferential statistics. Basically, what it does. Inferential statistics uses a sample result in order to make inference or conclusion about an entire population. We took a simple example of a politics. If you want to know which political party is going to be the ruling party in India, so we can't ask each and everyone in India to give their opinion. It's highly impossible. So for that, we just conduct a survey or a poll or we target on certain sample and we ask their opinion. Based on that opinion, we're gonna decide which political party is going to be the ruling party, right? So now the question is, how do you select a sample from a population? How do you draw it? Or are you gonna use any method or blindly creating a sample? That's what we're gonna learn in this video. We have a different sampling methods in order to select samples from a population, such as simple random sample, stratified sampling, systematic sampling, cluster random sampling, and finally it's a convenient sampling. So these are the different sampling methods that one should understand in order to know like how samples will be taken from a population to make further analysis. Well, let's understand what a simple random sample. As the name suggests, it's very simple. Okay, a simple random sample is a sampling method in which every individual in a population has equal chance of being selected. So everyone is eligible to be a part of a sample, but we're gonna select randomly. Let's take a simple scenario in order to understand how the simple random sample is going to work. If a mall manager wants to improve the business, or what if you want to know like how business is happening? Basically, he wants to take a feedback from a customers. So when I say mall, millions of people will be visiting a mall, so he can't really ask each and everyone. Rather, he just need to target on few people in order to know like how is the service, how is the product, what exactly people are looking from the mall, right? So these questions can be answered only by doing some analysis. So for that, what he does, he gonna use a simple random sampling method in order to collect the sample. So there are a lot of people who have visited a mall. He randomly picks people and he asks for the feedback. We call that as a simple random sample. So when I say mall, there will be our children, there will be our youngsters, there will be old age people as well. So he randomly picks people. They can just give feedback. Based on that feedback analysis, he can take a better decision in order to improve his business. But there is one disadvantage with a simple random sample. That is, when he picks up only the random people, what if all the random people, or what if your sample includes only your children, or what if it includes only the youngsters? So that means we are missing something. We are missing feedback from other group people. So that's why simple random sample is not really a good option. So we have other methods. The next one is stratified sampling. In the name itself, it shows like a strata. Strata means like a different layers, right? So what stratified sampling method will do, it will divide entire population into a different groups and then we randomly select people from each group. So what do you mean by that? Pretty simple. So when I say mall, obviously, so we have a different types of people. It can be male or it can be a female. Or if you are going to divide it based on a age, there will be children, there will be youngsters, there will be a old age people. You can also divide it based on people interest, what exactly they are looking for. So here, according to a stratified sampling, it divides the entire population into a different groups. Here it's dividing into male and a female. Once you divide, what you do, you randomly pick people from each group. We call this as a stratified sampling. So now what happens? According to a simple random, there might be a possibility that only a male can be included in a sample because we are randomly selecting. So when it's a stratified, there will be a possibility that we can include both male and female in our sample so that we don't miss out anything. Similarly, you can divide it like, age, like age less than 10, age greater than 20, age less than 30, something like that. So that we get to know the feedback from each age group so that we can customize things and we can give better service to the people. That is stratified. Alright. The next one is cluster random sampling. Clustered in the sense a group. This is like almost similar to a stratified, but there is a small difference. Cluster random sample will divide entire population into a different groups or a clusters, unlike unlike a stratified. And then what it does, it randomly selects the clusters. So here it's not randomly picking up people from each group, rather, it just includes random clusters. So that means, so here I'm dividing entire population into a different groups based on a age group. Like people whose age less than 20, people whose age lie within 20 to 30, and then 30 to 40, and also people whose age is greater than 50. So we divided entire population into a four different groups. Now, here I'm not picking people from each group, rather, I just randomly select a clusters. So now my sample will include only the people whose age is less than 20 and people whose age lies within 30 to 40. So we call this as a cluster random sampling. So you can decide which one is better. Is it stratified or a cluster random? Because cluster will just randomly select a cluster, but stratified will select random people from each cluster. So you can decide which is better. I give a hint. Okay, the next type of sampling method is a systematic sampling. Pretty simple according to our name itself. It's like systematic way. So what mall manager will do according to a systematic method, he just arrange every member of a population in certain order and then select every nth member from a population. So what he'll do, if he wants to collect a feedback, he just pick up a random people. Let's say he's selecting a fourth person he meet. Okay, from that person, like every fourth person will be included in a sample. So like this, every fourth person will be included in that sample. That is systematic. Like whoever visits a mall, take every fourth person who just pick up, every fourth person who enter a mall, ask them to give a feedback. So like this, we're gonna follow systematic sampling. It just follows an order. If you are picking a third person, every third. If you are picking a 10th person, every 10th, every 10th. It just follows the cycle. That is systematic sampling. Well, the next type of convenience, that is convenience sampling. As the name suggests, whoever is conveniently available, so they'll be asked to give the feedback about the mall. So it is one of the non-probability sampling method which selects samples based on convenience or accessibility. Sorry. That means whoever is available, they'll be included in order to give a feedback about the mall. So he don't really wait in order to group people. Rather, he just asks people, whoever has visited a mall, whoever currently in a mall, he just asks them to give a feedback about that service. So this is all about, convenience sampling. These are the different types of sampling methods that one should learn. And also we're gonna use these methods whenever you want to perform any analysis or experiment in order to select the samples from a population. And you need to decide which sampling method is suitable for you based on your understanding, based on your business case, based on your requirement. You can decide which sampling method is going to work out for you. This is all about, the different sampling methods that one should learn. I hope it's clear. Thank you. Happy learning.